Hello and welcome to Metal Vice, a podcast where we talk about all things music.
Well, the things we care about.
Right, which is mainly metal music and live music. I'm one of your hosts, Brian, joined by other hosts.
Karen.
And Karen, what is today's episode going to be about?
We're going to talk about the Clutch show at the Radius here in Chicago.
Yeah, this was part of their No Stars Above tour in 2023, featuring Clutch, as you said, with Dinosaur Jr. and Red Fang. We saw them at the Radius, as you said. Ticket prices, real quick for this, were $45 for tickets, $16.97 in fees, and $5.65 in tax. Finally getting to an appropriate tax rate, in my opinion, instead of like the 12 goddamn cents. These were physical tickets too, so some of that fee is definitely like the $5 for shipping or whatever they charge. So again, not unreasonable. Like, I'm fine paying that fee for the physical ticket. Like, that to me is a reasonable fee and it makes sense. Like, if I want a physical ticket, I'll pay the $5 for it. I'm cool with that. All the other shit makes no sense to me, and I don't get it, but whatever. Nothing you can do about it.
Do you think they charge the bands also a fee for hosting? Because wouldn't that suck if you charge the bands to host their tickets, as well as charge the fans a fee for purchasing those tickets?
I guess I don't understand.
So I'm assuming, so they need to make money somehow.
Yeah. Who's they?
The ticket
Distributors.
Okay. So, and not talking about like this was AXS.
Yep.
So not Live Nation. That's a different story because they own everything.
Yep.
Or Ticketmaster owns everything. But so what I'm saying is, do you think, since they charge us a fee to purchase the tickets, do you think they also charge bands a fee to host those tickets? So then they're getting tickets on both ends, or fees on both ends.
I think it's. Yeah, I don't know. I bet.
I mean, I don't know either. I'm just saying.
I bet it's more of a venue than it is the band itself. I think the venue chooses who they use as their distributor for tickets, and the bands will pay the band X dollars.
So then the venue has to pay that fee.
That's my assumption.
Oh, okay.
The venue covers that more than the band.
Okay. No, it's just something that just popped in my head now as we're talking about fees. I was like, wait, are they double dipping on those fees?
And it's probably not a fee. It's probably more of a contract. Like, we will charge you $10,000 to.
That's a fee.
Sure, it's a fee, but I mean, it's like, sure.
Wouldn't it be cool if they?
It's a fee.
You know, like how they
bill's a fee, I guess.
How they do like okay, so think about the movie pass. When they used to do that, and like you could see unlimited movies for like $5 a month, or whatever you had to pay. What if ticket distributors started doing that, where like you can purchase as many tickets as you want, but you have to pay us this annual fee?
They kind of do that. Live Nation does with Tinley Park. They have like the summer pass where you can go see all concerts at the lawn.
But that's like you're buying a ticket for that type. What I'm saying is, like, you don't have to only go see a concert at Tinley Park. You go see a concert anywhere, and if you buy a ticket through us, you don't have to pay a fee because you already paid this annual fee.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I know, but I'm saying like that would be kind of cool because.
I guess, yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Well, it'd be cool if you bought all your tickets to the same distributor.
Right. And not everybody goes.
Because like if you add up all our fees, I'm sure we pay $500 in fees this year.
I don't know, it's a lot, yeah. Anyway, we're a little bit off topic here in terms of.
Maybe I'll cut that out for a 666.
maybe I don't know. We're a little off topic. Let's go back to the topic at hand, which is the Clutch show, and not necessarily fees and how they work, because we don't know. But maybe it's going to be left in, maybe it's not. Anywho.
I might cut it out and post it singly.
Back to the concert.
Back to your regular scheduled programming.
Sure. This was July 29th we saw this show. The day before, we were up in Milwaukee at the Radius for Volbeat.
Yes.
Hot as fucking shit up there sorry, not at the Radius.
At the rave.
At the rave.
We do this all the time. We get the rave and the Radius. We know what we're talking about, but we say the wrong venue.
Yeah. We were up at the rave in Milwaukee. Hot as shit the day before.
Yes.
To see Volbeat. One of our all-time favorite venues, as is the Radius, one of our all-time favorite venues. We didn't have the best experience this time at the rave because of the heat.
Yeah.
That's really it. Honestly, there was some issues getting in the door. Not issues, but like
inconveniences.
This seems like a stupid way to do this. This could be more efficient. Yeah. I don't like how this is done. If I was king of the world, it would not be done this way. Those kind of issues, right? Like, not real issues, more issues I'm making up.
Yes.
And the heat. And the radius, the radius here in Chicago, if you haven't been, it's in the South Loop.
We haven't been.
Chinatown-ish.
What do you mean we haven't been? We've been there multiple times.
You haven't been.
Oh, I thought you said we haven't been.
No. If you as a listener have not been.
Okay.
It's in this old sort of industrial area or slightly industrial area. The venue itself is an old industrial building that they've renovated into this music venue. And knowing how it was the day before at the rave and how hot it was a little concerning going into this same sort of like heat wave coming through Chicago. It's hot out. It's going to fucking suck being in this like metal box in the heat. But we got in and it was really, really nice.
Yeah,
good air conditioning.
4 air conditioners. I think during the first band, I like pointed up. I'm like, air conditioning.
And I was like, all right, this is awesome. We were there also earlier this year. In like February or January.
It was like a really cold day.
And it was, just an incredibly cold day, as well as like we were over by the doors a little bit, and I think the staff had that open because they may have been hot. So letting that cool air come in, but it was very chilly in that venue.
I don't remember the doors being open.
Maybe not. Maybe it was just an unbelievably cold day.
I think so.
So,
anyways,
going into this show, the viewing conditions were sort of in question for us. But as soon as we walked in, instantly relieved. Like, all right, this place is still fucking awesome. I still love this place. Also going into the show. That day, I think we were driving home from Milwaukee, and I got a bulletin or some sort of email from Kuma's saying, check out Clutch tonight. If you want free tickets, come to Kuma's and buy the Clutch burger, which is the burger of the month, I think. And you'll get a free ticket for every burger you buy. And they were also just trying to sell those tickets super cheap anyway, right?
Yeah, you said the night before when we were at the rave in Milwaukee, you said that you got something saying that Clutch tickets were buy one, get one free or something.
I don't remember that, but that very well could have been.
And which would have made them like $30 each.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, we paid like $120 for the 2 of our tickets, and now you can get them for $30 or $60. Yeah. I'm like, they're really struggling to sell this.
And it kind of makes sense. You want to bring people in because then you're going to buy concessions, really, right? Beer and water and all that kind of shit, which isn't cheap. It's like $20 for a beer or $16 or something. So I mean, it's not the cheapest thing to buy alcohol at these venues, but you're gonna do it when you're there. So
I don't know. I've never bought alcohol.
Most people, well, maybe not most, but a good number of people will. So yeah, they were definitely like struggling. It felt like to sell tickets, based on the free burger, the half price tickets, or whatever it was. Like. It seemed like we have a lot of extra tickets. We want to get people in to buy the concessions and shit like that. Let's get asses in seats, basically, right? So when we got there for Red Fang, it definitely felt like it wasn't packed by any means whatsoever.
No, Red Fang, there was nobody there. I mean, hardly anybody.
I think toward the end of Red Fang, it filled out more than I thought it had, and then as the night progressed, more and more people came in. By no means were there as many people there as we had seen in the past for other shows, but a decent number of people, I think.
Yeah, I felt like every time I go to the Radius, it's about the same, where it's not that packed. It's not like where you can't move and stuff. Yeah. Like there's always room to move. So.
And that's could be just the design of the venue, right?
Which is great. Yeah. I mean, I like venues like that better than when you feel like you can't move around.
If you want to be in the front and be in like the crowdedness of it, you can definitely do that, right? But if you want to like get some air, some breathing and whatnot, you can work your way to the back. And there's also that other side with the other bar and the restrooms. You can just go hang out there too. Listen to the music really well. Like it sounds well throughout the entire venue.
Yep.
I don't know. I love this venue a lot. I'm really happy it's here and can't wait to see more shows. There's just not a whole lot of metal shows that go there.
They do a lot of like EDM and rap shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like party shows.
Yeah. I really hope they bring back more metal stuff there. It's a really cool venue.
Yeah.
But this definitely was not metal by any means. This is definitely
no
rocky more than anything.
Yeah.
Would you not even think that?
It was like jammy in my mind.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what to classify it as a genre, but it maybe rock, but it's just
a rock jam band, I guess.
Jam band, yeah. Like just playing music.
Getting into Red Fang then a little bit, their set list, they played 7 tracks. Blood Like Cream, Crows and Swine, Arrows, Antidote, Wires, Dirt Wizard, cool name, and Prehistoric Dog. Some really cool names.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the music. I'm not going to lie. I did really enjoy the music.
I liked Red Fang out of all of them.
Really?
The best, yeah.
Okay.
They had the best drum beats, so
okay.
It's what I got into the most. But this night definitely was not something that I will seek out to see again. I just had to say. But out of the 3 bands, Red Fang was my favorite.
I liked Red Fang a lot. I liked them a little bit more than Dinosaur Jr., but that's for other reasons we'll get into.
Okay.
I like their set a lot. It's not crazy memorable for me by any means. It was definitely just, I'm here, I'm hanging out, and the music's really good, so I'm going to enjoy it and enjoy my night because the music's good. So
yeah. The only thing I remember, I don't remember anything too big either. It's just, I remember that they had good drum beats, but other than that, it wasn't that memorable, no.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree. It wasn't super memorable. I just remember liking it.
Yeah.
And enjoying it.
It's not the music we normally see, so it's like I wasn't bored during Red Fang. I'll say that.
Yeah, fair. I was not at all. I said, I was super into it. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I'll listen to them again. If they come back, I think I will go see them again. I really enjoyed their stuff.
Okay. I'm not saying I won't ever see these bands again. I'm saying I won't seek them out.
Yeah. I guess all of these bands, Clutch I'll seek out again. We'll get into that. Dinosaur Jr. and Red Fang are one of those I'll stumble upon and be like, oh, they're coming to town and we're free. Let's go check it out. That's sort of what I'm in. Is like, if I find out they're coming into town, then and we're free, I will want to go see them. But if I miss them, I miss them. Yeah. Or if something better is that night, or not better, something else is that night that I'm more interested in, I'll go see that instead.
Yeah.
But I'd rather see them than sit on a couch, I guess, is a good way to put it.
Sure.
So yeah, getting into Dinosaur Jr. set then. We have The Lung, Garden, I Met the Stones, Been There All the Time, Cracked, Sludge Feast. It says Unknown. I'm assuming that's unknown song. They played something and were unknown. We're getting these from Setlist FM too. Feel the Pain, Little Fury Thing, Start Chompin', Mountain Man, Freak Scene, Just Like Heaven, a Cure cover.
So I don't know if I remember them. It's been a week, right?
Yeah.
Since we've seen this, but if I remember right, like they didn't really talk.
They did not. There was not much crowd interaction, if any. I don't think there was any.
And it was like you could physically see a guitar tech tuning guitars off stage or behind the stage.
Yep.
And then as soon as they got their guitars, they tuned them again, did a little jam, and then went into the song.
Yeah, I don't know if that little jam is part of the song or something.
It could be, or just how they do their sets.
I did get bored and a little annoyed during that aspect of things, where the guitar tech is tuning the guitar and you're changing it back and forth between every song. And then as you hand the song off, or the guitar off, yep, I got to do my other quick little tune to make sure it's just how I like it. Like, what the fuck's the guitar tech doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of this?
From our viewpoint of the audience or the patrons watching them do this, it almost seemed like your way of doing it's better than the guitar tech's way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case. But then help them out, train them.
And maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is this particular guitar tech's first couple shows, and they're learning, and it's not.
And we don't know. Yeah. But it almost kind of, from the audience perspective, or from our perspective of being in the audience, it's kind of like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
And also, we've seen a lot of bands who don't have guitar techs. They tune their own instruments, but there's banter
Yep.
while they're doing that. And these guys just tune their instruments and then went into the next song.
You know, I just remembered something about, I think, Red Fang, the previous band that this brought up. I think the lead singer or one of the main singers for Red Fang wasn't actually like doing he did some of the crowd interaction, but the guitar player on the side did a lot more of the crowd interaction.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that sparked a memory for me.
Just now saying this. Yeah.
So that's one thing to add to that particular conversation. But getting back to what you were saying, though, about Dinosaur Jr., yeah, that's then where you would have that crowd banter, that crowd interaction. We don't know. Maybe it is this guitar tech's, first couple shows, and you're not quite there yet, you're almost there. But also the change out after every song, design your set list a little better then, I guess. I don't know. And it did feel like a more jammy band, and that's then where you could, in between those songs, you could have really cool interludes and just go off. Like the Dead and Company does this really, really well, where after a song, you then kind of go off and you just jam a little bit, and you have your little fun, and then you bring it into the next song at some point.
Yeah. Or if you need to change your guitar, I mean, you see this all the time with bands where if you need to change your guitar, maybe the bassist isn't changing or the other guitar is not changing or, the drummer, and you can do like a little thing while that's happening. But otherwise it's like
dead silence.
Nothing's happening. And then I don't think the jam had anything to do with the song. It was like a jam and then they went quiet. They looked at each other and then they started playing.
Okay, I don't remember that.
I think I was a little annoyed. So then I was like really watching them. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And like, I do remember the guitar player that was on the left-hand side or stage right. Right? Yeah, stage right would like turn his body because he was turned almost all the time, but like turn even more and look at the drummer and then they would start playing
to get like the beat, like, all right,
yeah, which is okay. Like I understand that needs to happen, but that's why I'm saying like I don't think that little jam thing that they did had anything to do with the song.
Gotcha.
I think it could
have flown better.
Yes.
It could have had a better flow to it for sure.
Yes. And we've been at concerts before where like when there's outfit changes or something or set changes and stuff and it's like dead silence, it's just like, this is boring. Like have something.
And this had no set change, no outfit change. It's just we're getting up here playing music. So
clearly, they had guitar changes.
Sure. And clearly the guitar change was we want this perfect pitch. Like we want to hit this note just perfectly for us for like the music because we are so intense on the music, which is great. I love when people are like that, and it's like it's not quite right. We can do a little better. You're a bit of a perfectionist at that point, and I think the average listener doesn't care. They don't notice. Additionally, if you care that much about it, clearly the fans did not because there was so much goddamn chatter.
Yes. We talked about this with Volbeat the week or the night before or last week's episode. That there was chatter during Bad Wolves.
Yeah.
But this was even worse.
I felt like Red Fang was fine. Like there was the normal amount of chatter.
Nobody was there.
Right, sure. It was a bit sparse, but still not much chatter at all. As the night went on, more and more chatter, and it got so fucking frustrating.
Yeah. It was really frustrating because like at one point in time, it might have been during Clutch, but at one point in time we were standing a little bit further back. There was a group of people there that were talking like full volume the whole time. So then we moved up a little bit. Those people were talking. We moved over a little bit. Then two guys came and stood by us and were talking. And I'm just like.
So that was definitely Dinosaur Jr.
Was it during this?
Because we went to roughly the same spot we were for Red Fang, where not much chatter. And then there was a lot of chatter. I was like, fuck this. Let's go all the way from stage.
Oh, right. We went all the way to the other side.
Right to stage left. So we go up, we go around, we go to the back way. I think we got merch during this time too, because the line was dead. So like, all right, let's grab some merch. No, it was right after Red Fang, but whatever. Go hang out on stage left this time, and still more chatter. It was like, fucking Christ, this is so ridiculous. And then we moved to the center from there, and so much goddamn chatter. And then then we moved to the back, and there was like a group of like 3 or 4 people with so much like just chatter. And I think I like leaned over to you at one point and was like,
What's for dinner?
Yeah, really loudly. What are we doing for dinner tomorrow night? Because it's like,
what can possibly be so important that you have to talk right at this moment?
When we moved to the stage left, I think the conversation was like, oh man, when they played this the other time, or when I saw them this time, and it's like, cool, shut the fuck up and talk about it after, like when doing set changes or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, talk about it on the way home. You don't need to talk about it right this fucking second.
Yeah.
Because if you're a fan and you know they're trying to hit like that perfect note,
listen to it.
Right. What the fuck?
Yeah.
The chatter was pissing me off so much. The dead time and the dead silence, like in between the tracks, the chatter. I enjoyed the music a lot. I did. Like, this is music I can just turn on a rainy day and just zone out and listen.
I actually told my aunt about them because I was like, I figured her guy friend would really enjoy a band like this, because this is, in my mind, like when he plays guitar, like this is like what he would play, is stuff like this. And it's more just jamming. Yeah, like I don't even know another word. I need to come up with another word besides jamming. But it's just like, I'm going to play a song and then I'm going to move on to the next song.
Yeah.
But in my mind, this would, okay, we did a whole podcast about Rockfest and the lawn chairs and like all that stuff. This would be a perfect band. All three of these bands, in my opinion, would be a perfect band to go to a park and listen to them play.
Yeah.
In a lawn chair.
In a park or in a more loungy setting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think lounge would be what I personally would consider not a lounge, but like just sitting back and like listening to the music. Is that what you mean by lounge?
Yeah, like I'm thinking like Voodoo Lounge back in Grinnell, back when that was a thing, like on like leather couches and like a dingy kind of room.
Okay, yeah.
Even breweries sometimes will have like live music. This is music I would definitely like.
Yeah, like background music. I think I said like, oh, if you're at the Olive Garden eating, like this would be perfect.
I enjoyed the music a lot. I could have easily stood there and watched it in this venue. Don't get me wrong. I do think just something that you can kick back and relax a little bit more is definitely something cool for this style of music. But I also can see it just at a concert, like hang out, if the crowd would shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But that was the main thing here, is people would not shut their fucking mouths. Like, goddamn, that was pissing me off so much.
Yeah. I would agree there. But we're seeing it more and more at concerts.
We are. Yeah, it's very frustrating. And again, going into this, I figured this would be a crowd that would be really into the music, because all these bands are like music focused heavy bands. And
heavy bands?
Not heavy. Music heavy. Like,
okay. It's like what heavy part?
No, not heavy in terms of sound, but heavy in like I was disappointed with Dinosaur Jr. for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, for those two reasons, the crowd and then the dead time.
Yeah, me too. None of their songs were really memorable to me either.
Yeah, I guess not super memorable, but also at that point I was just so frustrated. I was like, I don't care anymore.
Maybe that was my fault, or my thought too. It's like where I was just like, I stopped listening. Not stopped listening, but just.
Yeah.
Like.
You let your mind wander.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah.
Instead of being in the moment. I agree. It was a very disappointing set for me. I don't know.
Anyways, on to Clutch. And you knew Clutch before going in.
I've listened to Clutch for a few years now. Also, we saw them at Open Air.
Yeah, you said that.
I think it was 2017. They were on the second stage. I remember going down to see them, and I think they did Psychic Warfare. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Psychic Warfare that they played, and I remember that song a lot, and I was like, awesome. I'm glad I got to see that live. Jumping ahead, they didn't play it at this show.
I wonder what they were supposed to play, though, because on their Instagram, they shared the set list, and they had 3 songs, I think, on the encore that were scribbled out with marker, and then Rats.
Oh, really?
Written next to it. Yeah. You didn't see that?
No, I did not.
Yeah. So I wonder what they were supposed to play, and then they changed. I don't know if they changed because of timing, or if it was. I don't know why they would have changed it, but because obviously we don't get announcements like that. But
yeah, why don't you look that up and see?
Yeah, go through their set list and I'll look it up.
Yeah. So they opened with The Dragonfly, Slaughter Beach, Burning Bread, DC Sound Attack, Pure Rock Fury, Big News 1, Cypress Groove, Big News 2, The Elephant Riders, In Walks Barbarella, The Regulator, We Strive for Excellence, Walking in the Great Shining Path of Monster Trucks, Nosferatu Mardre, Subtle Hustle, Space Grass, Electric Warrior, and then they ended on Rats.
It's Electric Worry.
Oh, sorry. Electric Worry, then Rats. They ended on Rats.
Yeah, so this is what I was... And we could maybe put a picture of this up on the screen. But so do you see where it's supposed to be 3 songs, and they crossed 2 of them out and just wrote Rats?
Also Strive for Excellence. They crossed out the one under.
Yeah.
And then Monster Truck. So there was something there, too.
Yes, I don't know what...
Yeah, interesting. I don't know why they cut it for time or... I don't know. And Clutch is one of those bands where they do a unique set list for every show, it seems like.
What's the song that you really wanted to hear?
Psychic Warfare.
Psychic Warfare. I'm just going to go through the last couple. Yeah, like, cause every set list, so they post them on their Instagram, their set list, and every single one has different songs on it. I don't see Psychic Warfare on any of their set lists, so they must not be playing it right now. Yeah.
Okay, so I just looked this up because you said they didn't play it, and that seems weird to me.
So
I'm a fan of Clutch. I love Clutch. I don't know their song titles that well. The song is X-Ray Vision.
On Psychic Warfare.
On Psychic Warfare, yes. So for some reason, I've always just called it Psychic Warfare, but it's X-Ray Vision.
Yeah, so they played that the night before and the night after, but not at our show.
So every time prior to
or
this,
2 nights
when
after,
I said Psychic Warfare, it was X-Ray Vision is what I was talking about.
From Psychic Warfare.
From Psychic Warfare, yes.
You're going to get gate checked or whatever that's called, like where they...
I don't fucking care.
Nobody listens. Nobody's going to know.
I fucked up. Whatever. It happened. Like, I even call Metallica's new album, my favorite band, 72 Seasons. Like, I'm just
22 sessions.
72
sessions.
Yeah, sessions.
I think that's in multiple podcasts.
Yeah,
because we both called it that for the longest time. Anyways, it happens.
I'm dyslexic. I don't know the names that well. Whatever. I know I like the music, and that's all that I care about.
You're dyslexic for Psychic Warfare and X-Ray Vision. You can't use this dyslexia for that.
I think I can. Whatever.
You can just got the name wrong. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. How many songs do people call one thing and it's really something else?
So many times. But whatever.
Anyways, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I was super fucking pumped to see Clutch. I really was. Like I said, I love their music. Clearly don't know their song titles that well. But I love the music. The music is this old school rock, but like it's faster. It's then like the Stones, right? Like to me, it's got a faster.
But the Stones songs are more fun, in my opinion.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoy this a lot better than the Rolling Stones for sure.
You said going into this, like you're like, oh, I'm so excited for Clutch, but you're not going to be. Like you always said, like you knew I wasn't going to enjoy it that much, but it was okay.
Who did we see the week before at?
Oh, so it was at Sound Growler.
Yeah.
I can see his face. Choke
Setters.
Choke Setters.
The Choke Setters, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Coke Goat.
And Coke Goat was the one after.
Yeah.
Choke Setters.
I can see that now. You said to watch when we saw Clutch and see if I got the same vibe, and I did. So much, like the cadence, the stage performance, you could tell that Choke Setter, the lead vocalist of Choke Setter, got his style of stage performance from Clutch.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see that.
And the cadence of the sound, the bass bits.
The eyes.
Like it's...
everything.
I got a lot of Clutch vibes from Coach Setter. I really enjoyed
Choke
Setter. Sorry,
I know,
guys.
and then it was Coke Goat. It was so hard. Yeah.
I really enjoyed their vibes. Of the two performances, I liked Choke Setter better. Not because necessarily the music was better or worse, the stage performance was better or worse, solely because of the crowd.
Yeah.
Honestly. The crowd at this show fucking sucked. Everybody was talking all the time. It was a pain in the fucking ass. There was a moment where you were like, I'm done. I'm going to go back. And you went back toward the back and just sort of sat there and waited.
Yeah, I was going to just stand by a pole, and then I noticed. So at the Radius, along some of the walls, they have like benches. And I just happened to see one was open. So I was like, I'm going to go sit on a bench.
Yeah. So I think around that time, I just stood where I was. But then
it was almost over. We didn't know it was almost over, but it was.
But then Electric Warrior came on, and I was like, you know what? I love this song. I'm gonna work my way up towards the front as much as I can. Try to get away from it as much talking as I can. So I went up, got in the center. Two of the guys in front of me were talking. And I was
even in the center of the...
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So I was like, fuck this.
Like, I thought about that. I was like, was it because we kind of stood off to the side? But we were in the center for Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah.
And people were talking, too.
A part of it, to me, for Dinosaur Jr. was, like, the dead time in between. Yeah. That's what I chalked it up to. And I was hoping it would get better for Clutch. And it did a little bit, but not as much. Like, there was still a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
So I kind of moved up there. As I was trying to move past them, I actually nudged the guy.
Accidentally.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, man.
And went a few more people up, and there was like a couple just dancing, having a good time, singing the song, and no chatter there. So like for Clutch, it felt like the closer you got, the less chatter you had. But it was still frustrating that you clearly paid some sort of money. Either you bought a Kuma's Burger or you bought
a ticket.
Buy one, get one ticket.
Yeah.
But still, like, enjoy the music. That's what you're there for. Shut the fuck up. I don't know. I really enjoyed the Clutch set. I did. I enjoyed their music. I want to see them again, but I want to see them where people would shut the fuck up.
Yeah. There was one memorable moment for me where there was a guy who, he had Clutch shirt, hat, everything. And then as soon as they start playing, he's like, it was like a drop beat or something. Like he's like headbanging and like, do you remember him?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Like it kind of made me smile at first. Like, oh my God, man, like this isn't that heavy. Like, why are you like, like,
but it's your
like
thing,
like a deathcore, like a, like really headbanging.
I guess. Yeah.
But so at first I was smiling because I was like, man, it's not that heavy. But then I was like, wait, this is his music. Like he, he's into this. Like maybe this is what he clears his head to or something, like everybody has their thing. And then I was just like, okay, cool. You're having a good time. But
there's definitely moments with Clutch I can see some headbanging for sure.
Headbanging, but not like,
I don't know. I could see it.
Not like breakdown. Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. They don't have breakdowns at all, but,
I don't know. And just thinking about it, honestly, this show with these three bands would have been, we were talking about where you want to see them. Mm-hmm. I honestly think this would have been an awesome show to see at Red Rocks. This would have been a great Red Rocks show.
This type of music, we always talk about that. Like when we go we haven't been to Red Rocks, but when we go, it'll be, something like this or like Lumineers or like something more like laid back and not like, definitely not like Slipknot or anything. Like, because
Disturbed's played there, and I think that's weird. Even Disturbed's a little bit lighter than like Slipknot, right? Yeah. And Lamb of God, but
which is so funny because I used to think that Disturbed was like heavy,
right? But I think that's a little too heavy for Red Rocks.
Maybe
depending on how you do the set, but I don't think that's a good venue.
Was that on the Evolution tour that they did?
I don't know. They got a whole album out for that show. I haven't really listened to it. But
I think it was before. I think it was after Indestructible. So, but like I could see for the Evolution tour to be there because a lot of that tour was like more like just feel the moment, like all that stuff, like what you would expect. But I think it was after Indestructible and not.
Yeah, and that's kind of an interesting conversation to have, right? Of like the venue and the set for it. Like Slipknot, I think could play Red Rocks, but you're not doing people equal. I don't want to see people equal shit there. I like.
Or spit it out.
Yeah, do your Dead Memories, Snuff, Circles, shit like that.
Yeah.
But this entire...
you could make a whole set list that would go with the vibe of Red Rocks. That's interesting.
This entire show, all three of these bands, this concert, I would have loved to see at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Maybe people would have shut the fuck up out there. I don't know. So I don't know. Any other memorable parts for you with the Clutch show?
No, I don't want to be mean, but by the end, I was just kind of like waiting for it to be over so we could go home. I was tired too.
Yeah, I do remember when they first started. You were like, okay, this is a little better.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Because I think you were just done with Dinosaur Jr. And when Clutch did go on, you're like, okay, I can get into this a little bit better.
For like 4 songs. And then I was like, it's all the same. I'm done. Which I understand. Disturbed, all their songs sound the same. I understand that. But after this, I was just like,
With Disturbed, though, you're more into that.
I am, yeah.
Where I am more into this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm more into it than Disturbed. I like them about the same, I would say. Maybe Disturbed a little bit more. But I definitely can get into this style of music a lot easier than you can, for sure.
I guess I had to call that out because back when I only listened to Disturbed, everybody was like, but their music all sounds the same. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. But now that I listen to it, I'm like, it all sounds the same.
Yeah.
But when you're like so deep into like, this is my band, you don't hear that.
Yeah. I would love to see Clutch again, especially knowing that they put a unique song or set list together for every show.
I wish we had a poster. They were still on the Washington, D.C. poster at our show.
So yeah, I need to look at that because they do have the song DC Sound Attack. So I don't know if that was...
But then why did they have a Nashville poster?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they had a Chicago poster and it sold out.
Not on their Instagram.
Not on Instagram?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm looking one more time just to make sure.
We did get their normal tour poster, which was fine. I do like it, but I do like the show posters for each individual one better.
They did a Michigan one. Yeah, so I think it's just like random
cities get them.
Yeah, I wonder how they like chose what cities got them and which ones didn't.
But this is definitely a band I am wanting to see again. This is on my like, oh shit, they're coming back. So like we talked about with Dinosaur Jr. and Red Fang earlier, where it's like, all right, if they're here and I'm free, I'll go to it. This is one where if they're here, I'm like, I'm going to try to prioritize this over other things.
Okay. Maybe you'll take your friend that you said likes this music.
Maybe I'll find somebody, I don't think you'll go back with me.
I don't know. Depending on where it is. If it's at like the Vic, I'll go because I could sit upstairs.
Okay.
And I don't know what it is, but like I just feel like this would be better sitting back and listening to it, like in a lawn chair or something, rather than standing listening. Well, I don't know. Everybody would be talking though.
Yeah. I don't know. I do remember I was dancing around a little bit when Clutch was on. So like I can get into the music. I know you.
I tried dancing and you didn't do anything.
I don't know.
That was during Volbeat the night before.
Yeah. That
was
just too hot.
It was hot. It was so hot. Yes. I don't know. Maybe I'll check them out again. Maybe if I listen to them more. I mean, they're on the playlist now, so if I listen to them more and then find like the one song that I want to hear. That's the thing. I don't know any of their songs.
Yeah.
Where sometimes like if there's a band that I'm not that into, but I know like one or two of the songs, then it's like, okay, I'll, once that song comes on, then I'm more into it.
Yeah. All in all, it was a disappointing night for me. I was super excited for this show. I was really wanting to
The crowds really make it or break it.
They do. They can make it or break it for sure. There's a lot that can make it or break it, right? The performance of the band themselves, like if you go on a pissy fit and just leave halfway through, fuck, you ruined the night. You ruined your own set. Dinosaur Jr. for us, it was that dead time in between. We've seen in this moment the costume changes in between where it was just dead silence. Ruined that as well, right?
Yep.
So, that didn't have the positive impact it could have, but Clutch came on. I liked their set, but this particular night, it definitely was the crowd that I was like, fucking shut up. God damn.
Yeah. At one point in time, I remember like looking at you and being like, can I just scream, shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Which I obviously didn't.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that. But
and they'll be like, God, Karen, get out of here.
Yeah. I don't know. I was disappointed for sure. This was a show I wanted to see a lot, and that chatter really ruined it for me. So I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I'll see him again for sure, and hopefully it's a little better.
We'll have our dinner planned out so we don't have to talk in the middle of it.
Yeah. Anyway, check out live music, and if you do, shut your fucking mouth. Don't talk during this set, please. If you're gonna sing, that's one thing. It's not fucking chattering.
Yeah, you don't have to have a whole conversation.
Anyway, check out live music. Don't fucking talk during it.
Bye.